Oh.
We're live.
Yeah, we're live, baby. It's live with the Cigar Advisors. Keep the smoke coming. Keep it coming. We love smoke. We love when it's coming. The smoke, that is. Hey, my name is Tommy Z-Man, and welcome live with the Cigar Advisors. 4 guys, no lives, cigars. That's all we know. It's all we care about. It's all we give a flying blank about. Now, I've got 3 other editors here from Cigar Advisor magazine. That's at cigaradvisor.com. Now, we're also at Famous Smoke Shop's offices in Easton, Pennsylvania. That's at famous-smoke.com. We've got deals on cigars and accessories that will set your nuggets ablaze. You got that, people? All right. So today's show's cool. I see people are coming in, and this is good. Today's show, we're going to be smoking cigars. Look at the one I got today. We're going to talk about the Diamond Crown Maximus on Top Shelf Wednesday. Top Shelf. Either cigars that are high-end or very highly rated. We've got 4 of them today. Yeah, we got our AC/DC rip-off music playing in the background. This is cool. This is like a real show. All right, we got tips and tricks today. Gary's going to talk about cigar hangover. Okay. And then we got Cigar Advisor University. We're going to talk about what happens at the torcedores table when the cigar roller's done. What happens in the factory? I'll tell you because I've seen it up close and personal. I've also seen our camera guy Ryan's booty.
Whoa.
But he wears jeans, so it didn't really do anything for me. We've got cigar industry news. Big FDA change. John Pulo's going to bring you that. And then we've got a great article that Fred wrote. Essential cigar fixes. 5 of them. That one you're going to have to hear about. All right. I think we kind of wind it down here. Wind it down. All right, that's it. I would like to introduce you to some friends here. Well, I use that term kind of loosely. Let's see. Well, the first people are... Angel says it smells great. That's a little personal, Angel. Rich Hart says, hey guys, just smoked one of those. Paul saying hi from Louisiana. Mike Summers is in the house. Gary Hart from Manassas, Virginia. Manasses? Why would they name a town Manasses? I don't know. But I know some. I know a few guys that would like to go there. Fine, not that there's anything wrong with that. CB Bowen, good afternoon, gentlemen. What did you call us? Gentlemen? The hell is that? How well do you think you know me? Okay, Sean Lewis says we're his favorite aficionados. Boys, little hand for Sean Lewis. Yay. All right. So, and we got Dustin's in from Chandler, Texas. Willie's in from Louisville, Kentucky. How's your bat hanging, buddy? All right. Jeff Crosley says, good afternoon, guys. Kevin's in the house. You know, this is just fun. I'm going to introduce you to some people here. These are my fellow cigar editors. And first off, we're going to go to Mr. John Pulo, managing editor.
You're making me nervous.
And that's making him editor. Well, the first thing is, we all got a lot of snow here yesterday on the East Coast, between Pennsylvania and North Jersey. Here in PA and Easton, we got about a foot. By my house in North Jersey, we got over 2 feet. And John, what did you get? How did you make out?
I think we got, by the time everything was said and done, about 26 inches.
That's about what I had.
Ridiculous. It was just ridiculous.
Well, the flakes were coming down, giant flakes and ice chunks and...
Yeah. No, ours was all just straight up snow, and it was just... I'm done. I've had enough.
That's enough for Mr. John
As
Pulo.
it's snowing now more.
A hand for Mr. John Pulo.
Before it comes down, insult to injury.
That was easy.
All right, now we have Mr. Gary Korb. Gary's a local yokel around here. He's wearing his longshoreman outfit today. So that was a little cool.
Nice.
And I don't know if that's a little personal that he's a longshoreman, but I guess the ladies will be okay with that. That's Mr. Gary Korb, everybody. Let's have it. Mr. Gary Korb.
That was easy.
And then we have, once again, we call him the newest member of the group, and perhaps the most handsome and attractive, who he might just be visiting Manasses this week. And that would be Mr. Fred Hunt.
uncle.
Big hand for Fred Hunt, everybody. Big hand.
I got a cousin in Manassas.
Man, do you really?
Manassas.
You've got a cousin in
I know how it's
Manasses.
pronounced, but it's more fun to say man.
Manassas.
That's pretty fun.
And again, my name is Tommy Z-Man, and I am half Polish, half Italian. And that's all you need to know about me. I'm a big heavy metal guy. Love heavy metal. Iron Maiden. I got this cool Iron Maiden shirt online.
Tommy's metal is rusted.
Yes, my metal's a little rusted. All right, you've used that joke 3 times today, Fred. All right.
It doesn't stop getting funnier.
It's still pretty green.
It's still funny.
So anybody who digs the Iron Maiden shirt, you'll be my best friend. I saw them last year live. A big metalhead, Judas Priest, Maiden, Scorpion, Sabbath, Ozzy, 80s metal. All right, so today we're going to talk about the infield fly rule for an hour and a half. No, we're not. We're going to talk about cigars, mofos. Mofos. I can say that because that doesn't really mean anything. Look on Urban Dictionary, then you'll be shocked. I'm going to cut my cigar today. I've got the Diamond Crown from Maximus. Get a close-up of that, Mr. Ryan. And we're going to cut this sucker
From Maximus?
with
I love
the.
those guys.
It's the Maximus Diamond Crown. This is the Lotus Cutter with the jaws. We can see the jaws there. See the serrated edge. Okay, we're going to get a close-up. We're going to snip. Beautifully done. We're going to put it in the mandibles.
There's a lot of big words flying around here today. I don't know how I feel about that.
And the pre-light is excellent. I'm going to fire this thing up, and I'm going to smoke it. I haven't had one of these in a very, very long time. Probably a couple years. But this is Top Shelf Wednesday, and this is my Top Shelf cigar. A box of these costs $767,000. But they're good, though. They're very worth it. So I'm going to do the Nick Perdomo lighting method, where if you watch what I do here, I singe the ends of the cigar. Singe it. And what that does is that melds the wrapper with the filler, with the binder, and it kind of causes a melding effect. And I'm going to give it a little spritz. Don't be laughing at my melding. I like melding and smelting. And then I'm going to light this boy up. Wow. Right off the bat, that's like friggin' killer flavor coming right through. So that's the Diamond Crown Maximus. Check back with me soon, and I'll tell you how I like this. We're going to go to Mr. Gary Korb next, who is smoking a cigar that was Cigar of the Year a few years ago, and I think it has out of a 100-point rating, I think it has a 1,200. That's how good it is. Gary, show them what you're smoking.
Today we've got the Casa Magna Colorado, and it's one of my favorite cigars. And this will run you about $8 or so. And I really like it. It's very, very spicy and sweet.
Now, a few years back, that was Cigar of the Year.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it was this size, but certainly the cigar is just a great, great cigar that I hope a lot of people know about. If they don't, they should know about it. It's just one of Manuel Quesada's masterpieces, and definitely worth checking out in any size, really. And the Oscuro, too, is also very good. So. And there we go.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gary Hart says I should be singing Run to the Hills in the background. Run to the hills, run for your life.
I may just run for my life pretty soon.
Okay.
My eardrums.
We're going to go to Mr. Fred Lant. Fred is smoking another high-end cigar, an expensive little sucker, but worth it because it's absolutely delicious because I've had this stick. Fred, what do you got for me today?
I got the Davidoff Colorado Claro. This is a awesome Dominican cigar. This is in the special T size, which is a pyramid, a natural pyramid. And that's, it's hard to come by a good pyramid shape. It's very hard to make, and they're usually a bit more expensive. This runs around $21, $22. And this is very creamy, smooth, and a little peppery of a cigar. It has an Ecuadorian, Connecticut sun-grown wrapper, Colorado shade, and a Dominican filler and binder. The Special T, I think that was also Tommy's nickname in high school, was Special T. He didn't have the best grades, and I think that's what they referred to him at graduation.
Low-key, all right?
What is that?
God. Personal.
40 years later.
That was
You know what,
guys? These are people
That was
I call friends. It ain't friends with benefits, I'll tell you that. Unless I go to Manassas. Then, it might be. All right, now we have Mr. John Pulo, who is smoking a cigar that I don't know if have you ever had this cigar before, John?
No, this is the first time I've ever had it. It's been rolling around in my humidor. I think it was given to me a long time ago. It's a Zeno Platinum Z Class 546P, and it is a mix of Nicaraguan and Honduran long fillers, a Peruvian binder, which is going to factor a little bit into an article I'm working on for this coming weekend, Cigar Advisor. And it is a Dominican Yamasa wrapper. So I know there was the whole Yamasa. Who was it? Davidoff, Gary, that was talking about the Yamasa. That was their whole.
Yeah, that's them.
So this was already in play before they came out with the Davidoff that put that on there. But they're all aged tobaccos, medium to full. I'll say this thing is hella peppery, pretty full, pretty bitey, like spicy, like feel it at the tip of your tongue. First time I ever had it. It's a little smaller than I'm used to. It's a 5x46. Usually a little skinnier than I used to, but good smoke so far. Opens full, builds full.
Well, good question here,
And,
John, because let's see. Gary Mac Angle is asking, what gives the spicy flavor in Gary's cigar? So Gary said his cigar was spicy. John, your cigar was spicy. So touch on that for a second.
It's probably, well, this is a Nicaraguan puro. It's all Nicaraguan leaf. It's actually made for quesada cigars by Plasencia. And what makes it spicy, I suppose, is some of the Ligero that's in here. Probably most of the Ligero, but what gives that nice little sweetness to it also, which I like, is the jalapa in here.
So jalapa and Ligero are what? For those who don't know as much.
It's sweeter.
Well,
That's
Jalapa
a milder
is
tobacco.
an area.
It's an area.
It's from Jalapa, the region, the valley, Jalapa Valley. And then you have your Esteli Ligero, which is from Esteli, obviously, and it's known for its spiciness, for these high priming leaves. So this has just got a great balance to it. This is what I love about it.
Which one is this again? This is the Quesada.
This is the Gran Toro, Casa Magna.
The original Casa Magna? The
Original Casa Magna.
Cigar of the Year blend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The very same.
Wow. Look at all you high rollers. Mr. $22 cigar and it's #1 of the year and
What
whatever you're
about
doing.
that? That's like a $25 cigar.
What, this one?
$25.
Yeah.
The Z class?
Something like that.
Is it really?
It's
Yeah.
up there. Well, maybe
Wow.
it's a Z class.
So we got
Zeno
high-end
Platinum
and
Z
No, it's
class.
not the Scepter. It's
Not the
Z
Scepter,
class.
it's the Z class.
Yeah, that's a
I'm a
expensive-
Z class.
Yeah?
I'm gonna look
That's
that
right.
up.
You're
I'm a Z class.
something.
I'm a ZS, not man asses, but I'm a ZS. You know, I'll tell you a little bit about the Maximus from Diamond Crown.
Which number is that?
This was created for J.C. Newman by Arturo Fuente. So Fuente makes a cigar. It's the very well-aged, long-aged Dominican, really hearty leaf. I don't know what the inner is, but it's Dominican. But the outside is a dark Ecuadorian. Now, Gary, am I saying this right?
What?
El Bajo sun-grown wrapper. B-A-J-O. El Bajo.
El Bajo.
El Bajo. Say-
El Bajo.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Because I speak like this.
Wow.
And I say Spanish.
I know who you are, too. Of course, right away this disappears off the thing. So this is so I'll take care of it. I think I can get it. So, all right. So we're gonna talk about some great specials that we have. I've been handed the special sheet. Actually, I'm lying. This was on my desk the whole time. We've got, holy crow, free shipping. Now we have over 100 hot 5-packs that qualify for your entire order to ship for free. So I guess how the deal is, if you or whatever you order, if you pick one of these 100 5-packs and add it to your order, and I know there's a ton of great stuff in there, we're gonna send the whole order for free. How's that? Not free like we don't pay. Ship it for free. I had to kind of clarify.
Specify that.
Yeah, there's going to be a guy named Arthur, and somebody else is going to come in and get very angry at me. So that's a great deal. So now we're going to talk right off the bat about tips and tricks. Now everybody loves our tips and tricks, and Fred is a trick, and he's a real trick, a cheap trick. He's also, we have a John and a trick, so that would make sense. So now Gary's up here. Now tips and tricks today is about a little problem that hits cigar smokers. Now, if you've ever had it, we'd love to see your response here. If you haven't, you're going to learn about it because it might happen. It's called either a cigar hangover or the cigar sweats. It's not like the meat sweats. That's a little bit different. But cigar sweats are basically when you get hit with an overload of nicotine, and for some reason you're just not ready for it. You know, I've been hit with this when I maybe wasn't feeling as good. I know when I've sometimes had a sinus condition, or I'm stuffed up, or I didn't sleep enough, I'm a little lightheaded, and then I smoke a cigar with a lot of nicotine in it. You get to the point where you break out in a cold sweat, and this is for real if you've never had it. If you've had it, you know how horrible this is. You break out in ice cold sweat, like it's freezing on your face, but you're dripping sweat. You start to get lightheaded, dizzy, and I have literally thrown my guts up. It's probably happened 5 or 6 times ever in the couple decades that I've been smoking cigars, but when it happens, it's a very horrible thing. Gary's going to talk about how to try to either avoid or cure this that's happened. So again, if you've had it before, let us know on here and what you've done. Usually I just lay down and seriously throw like a cold wet rag on my head, but Gary's got some good advice here in his long short outfit.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, thank you. All right. First of all, most of this cigar nausea, as I call it, comes from either the first time you smoke a cigar, or if you just happen to smoke a cigar that's very, very strong. So a couple of things you can do. First of all, don't inhale. Don't inhale your cigars. If you inhale them, you're probably going to feel it real soon. Try smoking milder cigars. You know, maybe if too many heavy cigars, get to you, you want to move to something a little milder, or start out with this milder cigar. Don't puff continuously on it. Keep me around, kind of puff around.
Puffing too fast can cause cigar.
It will definitely get it. Somehow or another, that smoke will get down into your lungs. Don't chew on it. You chew on it, and what happens is the juices get in there, and sometimes you swallow them, and that's not very good either. Avoid too much alcohol. Okay, so if you're going to be drinking with your cigar, make sure you follow it, after a good meal. Have a good meal first. Make sure your stomach's full, then you can drink and smoke. If you start to feel nauseous, just put the cigar down. Just put it down. Let it rest. Try to catch your breath, or catch
fresh air is good.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. Going outside, getting a fresh breath of air. And another cure that's been around for a while is the teaspoon of sugar. So a teaspoon of sugar settles nausea. So that's pretty much it.
So what do? You just put a whole spoon on your tongue and just let it dissolve?
Or those little packets if you're in, say, Leaf or somewhere, and the sugar will help settle your stomach. Yeah.
Probably some soda might.
Now, if you're diabetic, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a doctor, so.
Sweet and low.
I can't recommend anything. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So try not to get sick. That's all I can say. Smoke wisely.
Well, there you go.
Smoke responsibly.
Wow, well
Smoke
said. That was
responsibly.
Mr. Gary Corbin. Very well done, Gary. Very well done. Now, I'm going to ask you peeps out there, if you could do us a huge favor. Would you please share this show with your Facebook friends and your other cigar buddies and brothers and sisters? We'd really appreciate it. Share the show. Just go to the share button, send it to your list of people. It really means a lot to us. And the more you share, the more people end up seeing it. We get a bigger audience. The show gets bigger and better. We can give you more special deals. We can give you more cool stuff to think about. This is fun. We like doing this. So Henry Rodriguez says a Snickers bar. Well, it has sugar in it. So I guess, guys, what do you think? If you had chocolate or how about a candy like those peppermint striped candies?
You know what? My kid is a freak for the little packs of the little packs of fruit snacks.
But your kid doesn't get cigar sweats.
Well, not often. Prefers typically milder cigars anyway, so it's really not much of an issue for her. But no, I'll raid the stash of fruit snacks, and that's why I keep a couple here at the desk. And if I'm ever like, oof, or like a little sweat, because I had the Quesada, Casa Magna,
Yes, the Domina,
whatever, the Domino, whatever.
I can't remember the names.
Whatever the hell it was.
It's terrible.
It's like my brain is
I
changed
think I have
today
the
for some
label
reason.
right here somewhere.
the Magnus.
D Magnus.
D Magnus 2. Thank you. Jesus, that took a lot longer than it needed to. But I had relit it. It had gone out. I relit it. I smoked it again, and I thought I was going to lose it right away.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, I think that was a garbage can right back here because I thought I was going to.
The only time, well, I got sick recently at a party.
Great cigar. Don't get me wrong. Great cigar. Really full.
No, it's
but it
phenomenal.
just came up and just.
I had it myself.
knocked me
I didn't
out.
find it to be as strong as you did.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it killed me.
What
anyway.
cigar is that?
The D Magnus, John.
Casa Magna D Magnus.
had a little too much.
You're a loser.
That came up. Now that's not nice. You're not nice.
Loser.
Not nice.
Yeah, that was kind of mean. Set it up there. So, well, there you go. Now, if anybody has any questions, put some questions in the comments here, and we're going to answer them. We're going to answer the most that we can.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Dave Maragliata. What is a good humidor to start with? Dave?
There we go.
This.
Those.
These. Those. Fit like 15, 20 cigars in here, especially if they're a little small. A little Veda action right here, too, if you need it.
Yep.
Just toss it in there.
Called, John?
This is the starter humidor jar, and I am putting the link for Dave right now.
At
Dave.
famous-smoke.com.
Famous-smoke.com. So it's got the little Boveda in there, and it's got like 15 or 20 cigars, and the cellos right here. And perfect. Low maintenance. You don't have to mess around with it. And actually, some of the cigars that we sell come in these jars. So if you want to go ahead and get some, the Voodoo from J Fuego comes in these. There's something called 7 Deadly Sins that come in these. And we have some more that are coming in these. But
Espinosa.
Indicator.
the Laranja,
I know
Volta.
Yeah.
Is in this. The jar is a little bit smaller, but 10, 15 cigars. You don't keep a big stash. Throw a Boveda pack in there. You're good for a couple months. Please. All good.
Well, that brings up an interesting point. Fred, show the white one that you got there. And the guys use these for the desk. And, what brings up a point that a lot of people think humidors have to be made with wood and lined with cedar.
Nope.
Gary, they don't do that.
What's that?
Humidors don't have to be made of wood and lined
No,
with
not
cedar.
at all. As long as they keep the cigars fresh. That's all that matters.
Well, listen to the seal on this. It really sucks in, so it's got a great seal to keep it,
You mean
fresh.
like,
Yes, exactly. I'm going to go clubbing you later on. Oh.
Loving Baby Seals live on Cigar Advisors. All right, cool. So there you go. Who's got questions? Anybody got questions?
Chad Cape has a question. Are the cigars on auctioneer older cigars? No, they're all the same cigars. They're if sometimes they're even stuff that's been held out especially for cigar auctioneer. So they may not have been here very long at all, but or they may have been brought in specifically to go on cigarauctioneer.com. So are they old? No, they're of the same vintage that all the rest of everything else that is currently in stock. So no, it's not like it's any kind of sketchy way to go ahead and get rid of stuff that doesn't move. It's not how the auctioneer works. So.
All right, Nick Thompson says the black humidor looks bigger than the white one. Oh, come on.
Stop it.
Stop, just. Bro. I really should probably have that epic.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, all right. So ask us questions. How are the Swag S spins? I don't think I've ever had that. I've had plenty of Swag stuff. Anybody had that as Swag S spins? I don't even know about it.
What is it? What?
Swag S spins?
Have not.
Swag S. Swag S?
Raphael Nadal, something maybe.
Is that, well, it's got to be a
Must be one of the lines.
one of Raphael's.
give you the
I guess we
spins?
don't know. We haven't had that one. Greg says, Greg Miera says he just placed an order at famous-smoke.com. He says our service on the phone was fast and excellent, and he hopes to do more business with us from Southern California, because in Southern California you can't do anything.
Give that man a dig.
Can we have a hand for our friend Greg?
Except for not enjoy the snow. You can do that itself.
We can enjoy shaky ground.
Yeah.
So, guys, anything else? Anybody else got questions? Ask us questions. It makes the show great. Everybody learns. I think we've got coming up cigar news, but I think maybe first we'll get into no cigar news. John's got some interesting news coming, and then right after that, stick around. I got Cigar University. You're going to learn some stuff today. All right, John's going to tell you about what's happening with the new head of the FDA.
All right, so many times, the past couple of weeks that we've been doing Facebook Live here with the Cigar Advisors, there have been questions coming up about whether or not there's going to be a rolling back of the deeming rule that FDA came out with in August. What do we think might be happening? Is the FDA going to slow down on enforcement? Are there going to be rule changes now that the new administration has taken over? Again, we don't know. A lot of the manufacturers we've talked to still don't know. So everybody's operating under business as usual, but there is a new name that's being passed around. Dr. Scott Gottlieb is his name. And there's word of him being nominated soon to lead U.S. Food and Drug Administration, which is, of course, the regulatory body that oversees the premium cigar industry as of last year. Gottlieb is a doctor. He served as the Deputy Commissioner of FDA under President George W. Bush. Here's where it gets interesting. In 2012, he wrote an opinion piece for the New York Post speaking out against the FDA regulation of cigars. So it would seem that if indeed this guy is going to be nominated to replace the current guy at FDA, Mitch Zeller,
Okay.
and he's approved, and he's cigar friendly, it's still unclear as to what has happened, but let's just say Daniel Trope, he's the Director of Federal Government Affairs for the IPCPR, which is the International Premium Cigar and Pipe Retailers Organization. It's a trade group that represents everybody within the premium cigar and pipe industry. So they're very encouraged by the potential nomination of Dr. Gottlieb. His past statements and articles show he recognizes the difference between premium cigars and other cigar products, and we're looking forward to having a productive dialogue should he be approved. So no appointment is taken for granted. No one way or the other should be taken for granted. So, but no matter what, there's still a long fight ahead. We'll see what happens as far as premium cigars go.
Congressman will approve them.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Write to your senators and congressmen and say, approve that guy.
That's right.
It's enough already.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't control the soundboard. It just goes. Hey, Mark Siegel said, nice shirt, Maiden Rules. That's right. Alesix says, based on the last show, she ordered a box of the Facebook 75th anniversary cigar. Wow. That gets a ding.
Wow, all right.
Yes, way to go, Alesix. You guys, let's see.
The Customers Cigar International Lost.
Thomas asked, are you guys ready for all the Customers Cigar International Lost? It's the
Yes.
only time we'll ever name that name. Yes, bring it on. I'm not going to get into that deeply, but a lot of people, when they come here to buy their cigars, whether they come to the store in person or buy online, we always hear that our service is absolutely second to none. Like, they just say the way they're dealt with, the knowledge that we have, the way they show up when they get them at home, the way it's packed, they're always fresh. That's like, I think of all the positives that we have about us, that's almost always the first thing we hear. Your service is so great. And that means a lot. You get a box of cigars and they're dry, they're cracked, they're not packed well, they got damage in shipping. That just sucks a whole lot. And that's what we hear a lot. And thank you for saying that. We appreciate it. Even Sean is boycotting those people. I didn't say CI's name. I'm just saying that he's boycotting those people. And
Good thing you didn't say it.
yes.
Yeah.
And Konstantinos says great stuff always at Famous Smoke Shop. Well, he knows what he's talking about. There was from which one?
Chris?
From Chris, yeah.
Well, I thought from Louis Antonin about the Leaf by Oscar.
Yeah.
He says, any of you guys smoke the Leaf by Oscar? The wrapper is definitely different, but it's a great smoke with the glass of Johnny Double Black.
Okay.
I have smoked the Leaf by Oscar. I thought it was okay, but I just smoked the 2012 that came in by Oscar and the Corojo, and I thought it was fantastic.
So that's a new one,
That's
Gary.
new. That came in February.
We don't have the Connecticut the other morning.
We don't have it yet.
We don't have
We're
it yet.
getting it.
We have
It was
other lines
released
from
in
them, though.
February.
All right, here we go. Ryan, if you want to get a shot. These actually, we got some of these and we smoked them. The first band is the Connecticut. The second one is the Corojo. The third one is the Maduro. And all of us were like, holy mackerel, this is by Oscar, who was what? Rocky's bus driver? Is that what it was?
This is bus driver.
For real.
In Honduras.
This was Rocky Patel's bus driver in Honduras. Oscar. What is Oscar's last name? Do we know?
Oh, it's Villa.
Is it Goldberg? It's not Oscar Goldberg, right?
No, I'll look it up.
Not Oscar the Grouch?
I got it right.
So that's the wrappers. They're box press cigars. They're actually like square press. They are freaking terrific cigars. Everybody here, the guys in purchasing that tried them, us guys in this room, we went crazy over them.
His name is Oscar Valladares.
Valladares.
Nice.
And again, for real, Oscar was Rocky Patel's bus driver. Like what? When he was like 6? When he was in first grade?
He must have learned a lot about tobacco on that bus.
Yeah, really. Not as like first grade bus driver.
No.
Sit down, you kids. You make too much noise. You're making Oscar angry. I'm so mad. I have to go home and roll cigars.
I'm telling the principal on
Yes. And I beat my plants. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so he's done some great work there, man. You know, he's done a great job, especially with this 2012. Now, this originally came out in 2012. This is like a reboot of it, and it's in a box press as opposed to a round Parejo. So I recommend the Corojo. They're all good. That's about it.
So, John, you want to touch
there
on
you
that?
go.
John, you want to touch on
Well,
that question that Chris asked?
Okay, yeah. Chris asked, what is the best way to cure my new humidor? The humidor is a glass case, freestanding, holding like 300 to 400. My wife just got it for my birthday. Well, first, happy birthday, and nice. Glad that your wife is supportive. What I did was wipe it down with a sponge, left the sponge in the humidor for 24 hours. Seems to be regulating between 66 and 71. Couple things. One is if it is a glass case, you have 2 seals that you need to worry about making sure are tight. One is the seal where it closes, where you open the door. The other is the seal around the glass where the glass meets the wood. So we've talked about this, and you can look at that on Cigar Advisor to search glass top humidors. So no matter what the size, we have a couple of different ways to go ahead and check for humidor leaks on that. But Chris, I am going to send you right now. Gary did a video. It is our most popular video on YouTube at the Cigar Advisor channel on how to season a humidor. If you find that it's holding between 66 and 71, then you're probably in good shape when your humidifier is in there. If for some reason you find that it's not holding humidity, go and check out Gary's video, which I'm just sending it to you right now. And you can try seasoning it again. Or for that matter, if you've had a humidor for a while and you haven't seasoned it lately, sometimes it's just due for a recharge.
Yeah, you can do that.
So, once a year, I usually, maybe I do mine.
Really? Okay.
How often do you do yours?
Never.
Never?
No. It depends. I just did.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny you say that because I have a humidor that's small. It holds 25 cigars, but I think it's a little leaky. Even though they feel fresh, but the hygrometer is always low. I don't know. But there's a piece of cedar in the bottom that I put in it, just an extra piece of cedar.
Okay.
And what I did was I just kind of, wet it a little bit with some distilled water, get some extra moisture in there. So you can do that too. You can just kind of wet down the top of the box.
Distilled water?
And distilled water. Just, kind of wet it down, like just kind of one thin coat. And that will help refresh it.
And Gary, why do we not use tap water?
Because
Ever.
there are
No.
minerals and other disgusting organisms in tap water that will create mold.
Gross.
And potentially lead, depending on where you live.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a guy
Yeah.
who's been using spring water, like bottled water,
Yeah.
and it's fine. He's been doing it for a year.
Because it's been pure. It's
I
purified.
guess because it's purified, but that's
Eh.
you use distilled water 50-50.
Yeah. All right. So Willie has a question, and so we'll toss this around to everybody. Willie Sillard, are smoking cigars with sugar tips, like acid cigars, considered for wimpy cigar smokers and frowned upon? My friends seem to think so.
No.
Gary, I'll start with you.
No, if it's an acid cigar.
Yeah, but other
Yeah,
stuff
I mean,
like
that's the way they are.
Baccarat has a sweetened tip.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. In fact, I used to smoke the Flor de Olivas all the time in the Sumatra, and they have a sweetened cap. They're the only one that have the sweetened cap, and I love it.
I'll tell you what.
I thought it was good. I don't smoke it much anymore.
It's first of all looking down on a guy for what cigars he smokes. If he's a cigar smoker and he loves cigars, he's a brother. That's all there is to it, or a sister if it's a girl. And if you're from Manassas, I don't know what you are, but we're not going to let that go. But a great sweet tip cigar, the Java.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, there you
the
go.
Java Drew Estate. It's a coffee, infused coffee beans. It smells before the pre-light like coffee. You taste it. It almost has like a chocolatey coffee taste, but the cap is slightly sweet. It's an absolutely delicious cigar. It's my favorite dessert cigar there is. My opinion, no, there is nothing wrong with it. Anybody who looks down on other guys are kind of snobs, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
Now, if you're smoking Tiparillos, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, for the most part, we're talking about premium hand-rolled cigars, not machine-made cigars with chopped up filler tobacco. A lot of those are sweet tips and, you know, pineapple, grape, guava, whatever the hell they make it now. We're not talking about that. We're talking about premium cigars. I say nothing wrong.
Guava?
Fred, have you ever had a guava cigar?
Guava cigar. Never had a guava cigar, no, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's really just down to what you like, and I don't think you should put people down for what they like. I mean, personally, I don't always go for the sweeter ones. I tend to have a more a different profile. when it
You know
comes
what
to
I
that,
like?
but-
The way Fred holds his cigar. That's what I like. Do not make fun of Fred. I'm telling you, leave the guy alone. All right? If he wants to smoke guava-flavored purple passion cigars and hold a cigar like that, I'm okay. I don't judge. Like hell I don't. John, what did you say about that?
All right.
Well, yeah, Fred. No, Fred, finish what you were saying because
Oh, I'm sorry.
you're gonna buy me time while I listen.
Yeah, right.
What were you gonna say, Fred?
No, I don't think it's right to be putting people down for their own, preference in cigars. And would you want them to, would you want to do it to them? Would you want to put them down for smoking a $20 cigar when that's what they like? I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's right. I think it's just in bad taste to do that, and it comes down to personal preference. It's what you like.
Don't be a snob, right, Fred?
Yeah, don't be a snob.
Absolutely.
You know,
Don't be a snob.
and like you said, I love the Java. I fell in love with that years ago.
Gary
and I
here is
still
saying the
smoke
Java
those.
Mint. Freddie,
Yeah.
Luis likes the
stuff.
Tatiana,
There's
the
some
nightcap.
good mediums.
Those
The
are
Rider Sweets. Those aren't
those are
bad.
great smokes. John, what'd you come up with?
So there is a reason why Acid is a very popular cigar. There is a reason why Baccarat is a very popular cigar. There is a reason why manufacturers like CLE, Christian Aroa, Tom Lazuka, Asylum come out with something like Insidious, because it is sweet tipped. So you can go ahead and you can apply that sweetened cap to a variety of different kinds of blends and really come up with some interesting flavors. So do I think it's for wimpy cigar smokers? No, because like Gary, that Flor de Oliva, when you're in the mood for it,
that's a
it
spicy
hits the
cigar.
spot. It's a
It's
nice
Nicaraguan cigar.
medium spicy
Yeah.
Nicaraguan. This I happen to like in the morning with coffee. I believe this is a long filler cigar.
That's a mild cigar.
This is more mild.
Very mild.
But the Baccarat, I used to smoke all the time.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I still will.
Those are still good.
So if your friends are giving you grief, find other friends.
Don't nap off.
That's all I can tell you.
Wow.
But
Get out of here.
All right, well, we're back. We're back. Keep asking us questions. Show's going to be going on a little longer because I've got. Are you guys ready for this? We've got the special now, newest part of the show. We need the little symbol at the end. Did you guys like my Iron Maiden shirt, by the way? Yeah, you do, don't you? All right, now, shut up, Gary, before I beat you like a rented mule. Right now, I must put on the glasses because it's time for Cigar University! University! Give me some smoke. This makes me look smart. Otherwise, I'm a dumb Polak.
Oh my
What do you mean otherwise?
Ah.
3D glasses?
I don't know, but ow! That smoke came right there.
X-ray specs.
Yeah, X-ray specs from the back of the comic books. Like Fred collects that stuff. I like the 7-foot monster, black soap, onion gum, and sea monkeys are my favorite. Now, let's see. We're going to talk about Cigar University now. What happens? Are you guys ready for this? What happens when a torcedor? Now, you know what a torcedor is, right? It's Spanish for a guy that rolls cigars. I need a little shot of water. Isn't that true, Gary? Guy that rolls cigars? So, the torcedor, it's a cigar roller. And at the factories, when you go to the factories, the cigar rollers sit behind a desk, and they roll, and they use their knife, which is a chaveta, and they cut the leaf, and they cut and then they roll and wrap and blah 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 blah. So when they're done with it, what they do at a factory is they have a shelf in front of their desk, and they take their cigars, finished cigars, and they put them on the shelf in front, and they make kind of pyramids, piles of them, right? And what happens is the cigar factory manager or their manager comes around and inspects the cigars that the guys rolled. Now, I was fortunate enough to go to the Villazon factory that is no longer around in Cofradia, Honduras, which was a very cool trip. And I went with the people from General, and that was really cool. Flew in a private jet G4 6-man. It was freaking awesome. Food, strippers, it was so great. So, no, I'm sorry, General
Were they
never
from
paid for
Manassas?
strippers. Yes, they were from Manassas. The strippers were Manassas. There were no strippers, okay? Don't get me in trouble here. So anyway, what happens is I went around with the factory manager, and his name was Manuel Zavela, and he knew no English at all, and he knew no Polish, so that didn't help me at all either. And so I didn't know any Hispanic, Honduran stuff or wherever he was from. But anyway, he goes and he inspects the cigars. And when he inspects, what he's looking for are a few things. He's looking for variations in color. And this is really important because when they put their cigars up, they want to know that these cigars are right, that they're okay to put out to the market, put the bands on, put and sell in a box. First, he looks for variations in color. So what he does is, even though they're the same leaf from the same bale, you get variations. So you might have a lighter brown, a medium brown, and a darker brown. So he'll push them into piles. Why they do that is they want to put cigars of all the same color shade in the same box. So you don't open a box of, say, Romeo and Juliet or whatever, you know, our new Verona. We have the new Verona that's out, which is a great cigar we're going to tell you about probably next week. What a great new cigar by Romeo. And what they do is they fill that one box full of the dark. They fill other boxes full of the medium. They fill other boxes, even though it's the same leaf for the same cigar. So you don't have all different colors. The other thing the manager checks for, the floor manager, he checks for imperfections. He checks for large veins in the cigar. He checks for discoloration, spots, whatever. Sometimes what they'll do is if they take cigars that they don't think look good enough, they pull them aside and they make bundles. They pull those for bundles, for seconds, and they sell them as seconds because they don't feel they're good enough to put in the box just because there's... And sometimes that's why we always talk about bundles are awesome because they're really just sometimes the most minor imperfections, but it's the same cigar going for a lot more money that's in a box. The other thing a lot of new companies are going... Does this make me look important when I go? The other thing that cigar companies are doing now is if they find cigars that aren't rolled quite right, maybe some soft spots, maybe just it looks a little, it might feel a little loose filled or a little too hard, like you might not think there's a good enough draw. What they do is they make them now in a lot of factories actually unravel the cigar, take it apart, get a new outer leaf and re-roll it. Because I think bottom line they make more money selling, firsts of cigars. So that's what happens at a cigar factory, and it's pretty cool to watch. And the cool thing is when you walk around with a guy like that and, they let you know that you can take what you want off the roller's desk. That was cool. I came back with a whole bunch of... Yeah, that was really cool. Actually, I was at...
It wasn't great for the roller's quota.
No, the roller's quota got
fired.
totally screwed. But
You made 3 cigars.
well, I was in General Cigars factory in the Dominican Republic, and when I was in the room where they rolled the Siri, was it the La Flor Dominicana? Not the Siri R, but the Siri, what is it? The La Flor Dominicana, the dark...
Dominicana.
No, I'm sorry, I'm completely out of my mind.
Gloria.
La Gloria Cubana. It rhymes with Dominicana. La Gloria Cubana. It's the Siri whatever, not the Siri R.
Siri R, Siri N.
The Siri, well, they were doing the Siri N, but anyway, it was these big boys.
Siri
But
RF.
yeah, but those were all really dark cigars. But they let me take some off the roller's table, so I brought them back and stuck them in my humidor for like a month, 2 months, let them cure. And that was really cool. So that's what happens when you're in a cigar factory, and it's really cool. They're noting my Elvis Costello glasses. So that's it. Hope you'll learn something there. It's really cool. There's actually so much that goes on in a cigar factory that we can talk about over the coming weeks. That's one of the things. If you ever get to go on a cigar factory tour, they're phenomenal. 3 of the top ones are definitely Nick Perdomo's, Cigar Safari by Drew Estate, and John Drew is like always there. And the last one is Rocky Patel's, and that's it. That's the end of Cigar University. Check out the snow. Snowing here in Eastern Pennsylvania.
Because that's what we need more of.
We need more snow, yeah. I need more cowbell.
There it is. So I just pinned a comment to the top. Michael Sorrells was asking our opinion on what are our thoughts of coffee or whiskey-infused cigars.
Oh, we mentioned the Java.
The Java's good.
Great.
Here's another one. Tobacco Especial. And Michael, I just put the link at the top and pinned it to the top. Tobacco Especial. Very good for coffee infused, and you can get it if you like your your coffee darker or stronger. They also make the Maduro
Also
version.
the Nub Espresso.
The Nub Espresso
line. I like the espresso in particular, but they make
Nub
a
Cafe.
Nub Cafe. Thank you.
Yeah.
They make a macchiato and a cappuccino, so there's 3.
As far as the bourbon cigars or the whiskey cigars, Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark is excellent.
I don't know. I don't go for those.
I like those.
No?
Well, let me tell you.
I had one that had sat for a long time. It was fantastic.
I know.
Really?
Oh,
I
they're not too
really
much.
good.
That's the beauty of it.
It wasn't bad.
Basically, they're infused. The leaf is infused, and it has a great aroma. Another great one is by Ted Cigars, and we carry those. Correct? I hope we're still carrying those. Those
Maker's
are the
Mark?
yeah. No, the not just the Maker's Mark. The Grand Marnier. He makes one with Grand Marnier. He makes one with Scotch. And there's a beer-infused one, but the Scotch and the Grand Marnier are wonderful. They're dessert cigars. They have a beautiful aroma. When they burn, the smell is fantastic. And you get a little of the sweetness and the taste through the cigars. So, yeah, infused cigars can be awesome if you're in the mood for it. Mostly, I think they're dessert cigars. You like the... don't you like the ones that he was talking about, like the macchiato or the chocolate ones?
The Nub Cafe. Those are really good cigars. You gotta let them age a little bit, though. I think, especially with the nub, I like to let them age a little bit. If I buy them right out of the humidor, I smoke them. They taste so bitter.
Too much.
Yeah, the first time I bought a 5-pack, I smoked one right away. It was awful, but then I said, all right, I'm gonna give it a month. I came back to it. It was fantastic. Yeah, they're good cigars.
Tobacco Especial, though.
Tobacco
Very
Especial
good.
is great. I mean, I'm not huge on infused cigars. Once in a while, but if I'm going to make one my once in a while, that's going to be my one. Rich Ritchie has probably the greatest unanswered question that we've ever done on Facebook Live. Because I've seen it, I've seen pictures of it, I've heard people talk about it, and I'm glad somebody's finally stood up and asked the question. Rich Ritchie, some cigars come with a cedar wrap. Is it ever okay to smoke a cigar without removing the cedar cigar wrap?
Yes.
Drum roll.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
If you want to collect the insurance money on your house after it burns down.
Yeah. If you're trying to start a campfire with kindling, go for it. But if you are smoking a cigar or planning to smoke a cigar that has a cedar wrap on it, take it off. Don't smoke it.
Usually they're held down by Scotch tape too.
Well, yeah, because that's a good. Yeah. So that would be extra gross when you get to that portion.
Yeah.
Smoke tape all the time,
I
dude.
think
Is that a Scottish tradition?
it's not Scotch tape, it's Dominican
No,
tape.
I have seen in cigar bars people smoking cigars with the cedar wrap.
You're kidding.
Yeah, no, I've seen it, and I've had to go talk to the guy, and the wood is burning, and you're inhaling wood smoke, and there's only one thing you can say to a guy like that.
You suck.
Hey, listen, you know what? It's a question. I've seen people do it for God knows whatever reason.
Oh my God.
But you know what? It's important that if you have the question, this is why we're here. Ask. No question is too out of bounds.
Right.
Except maybe if it's intensely personal, because Tommy's a pretty private guy, as you can tell. Yeah, take the cedar wrap off.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh, you know.
do it. Somebody actually mentioned you can use it to light your cigar, like a spill.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to, actually.
Which is a great aid. Well, it gets nice cedar flavor as they age.
Yeah.
They rest in the box.
If it has a
It's a
silk
little bit extra
ribbon
something.
around it, too, it makes it even better.
That's really tasty.
Hey, did I mention the accessory sale going on at Vanessa Beach? Well, first of all,
tell us about it.
Well, first of all, please share this show right now, guys. Please take a minute, guys, and share the show with your Facebook friends and your cigar friends. It would really help a lot. The more people that watch, the better the show gets, the more great questions we get, the more you guys learn, we get enthused, and we like it. Fred is always enthused. Look at the way he holds that enthusiastic cigar so enthusiastically. We love it. We love it. But I'm going to give you a great special. Right now at Famous, and I know the link, I don't know if anybody can throw the link up. I know it was in the post at the top when we started.
I'll throw the link up there.
Okay, the
Which
link.
one are you
The
doing?
accessory sales. Get this. Here at Famous Smoke Shop, famous-smoke.com, we have humidors and a full range from very inexpensive small ones to great big ones that are beautiful. And they cost more because they're awesome stuff, but if that's what you're looking for. Humidors, we've got a huge array of lighters. We've got so many beautiful lighters, like this Lotus, down to this thing. Do we sell this thing even? I think we sell that thing.
What's that?
The green H. Upman. I don't know if there's a
Green
but
H.
the-
Banker?
Yeah, the banker.
That, I think, no, that lighter?
Yeah.
I think it comes with some of the gift sets from each other we sell.
But we have a huge selection of lighters, and we're talking Lotus and Cigar and Vertigo, and if you can think of any others, all the big names. And the prices here are phenomenal. We've also got great cutters. You know, I've got the Lotus cutter. Gary's got that crazy Cigar. Show him that one again, Gary.
This is the XL, which cuts big ring cigars like the one I'm smoking. There you go. And
yeah.
ta-da!
Fred's got the multi-tool.
I got the Cigar multi-tool. This is great for
And
smaller
it's not
cigars.
just scissors. It opens up like show Fred, like a Swiss pocket knife.
It's got a bleeding tool.
It's got,
got
a
a little-
screwdriver.
Yeah, it's got a bottle opener. Got a little stuff on there, yeah.
So it's pretty cool, but it folds down.
Yeah,
If you can
and-
get that to fold down so it doesn't hack up your private parts while they're in your pocket.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those blades are super sharp.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can work on it like that, you know, so you don't hurt yourself. And then the nice thing too, it's got a little keychain on it, so you can pretty much take it wherever you go.
So-
Took mine off, but you can wire it through there, and then take it on the go.
So
Very
at
durable.
famous-smoke.com, we've got a massive array of humidors, lighters, cutters, ashtrays, big selection of travel humidors, the plastic ones that hold 5 cigars, 12 cigars, the big ones that you carry on like a suitcase, you know, and we've got all of that. But guess what? 71% off, as much as 71% off MSRP right now is our lighter sale. Did we throw that link up there? John did throw the link up there.
Which one?
It's our accessory
accessory
sale,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's up there.
Up to 71% off on stuff. I would check that out if you want stuff. And the first deal was the 5-packs. So whatever you buy, we have over 100 5-packs to choose from. A lot of big name brands. If you buy a 5-pack with your order, that whole order will ship for free. How awesome is that? We're going to tell you real quick here about a couple of Cigar Advisor articles. Now, we're all editors and writers at cigaradvisor.com. We think the best magazine online in the world. We are not hoity-toity cigar smokers. We do not get flavors of Madagascar vanilla and roasted gyro meat and beans that came from a cat's poop. We don't taste any of that in here. What we taste is cigars. But we taste... Well, we talk about that all the time. We talk about the base flavors because why get into, you know, the vanilla bean, what country and what province it came from, which some hoity-toity magazines do, but we don't. So we're all writers here, and Fred is our newest addition, and the guy knows a lot about cigars. Don't let the youthful glow fool you. This guy knows his stuff. And Fred's got a new article called 5 Essential Cigar Fixes. Fred, tell them a little bit about it, not too much because they got to go read it, but this is at cigaradvisor.com. Fred, what do you got?
Yeah, so I try to be quick and comprehensive with this. So it's got pretty much every little scenario you're going to face. It's got tunneling. It's going to have some fixes for when your wrapper is all messed up. It's got some for when you're sitting around and when you're on the go. And it's got a few tips that I use personally that, you know, aren't always as effective, but they're little, you know, like family tricks or things that you might have seen around. I also got some tips for when it's flagging, when you're canoeing. You know, you don't want your cigar to be canoeing to the garbage can. So I've got about 3 different tips for that, and some good information on there. So, you know, check it out, give it a read. Cigar Advisor. And yeah.
Very good. I've got an article on there too, but I'm looking at some stuff people are saying. I was asked by my bud John Allen, how did I get to work here in 5 feet of snow? I strapped tennis rackets to my feet and I walked the whole way. All right, got here a couple minutes late, but it is snowing here.
Yeah, Gary's car is piled under snow.
We've had enough snow. That's enough snow. And so I'm going to talk about the article I have, if you can catch this. This is my newest article at cigaradvisor.com, and it's, surprise, 8 top full-flavored Connecticut wrapped cigars. These are not your granddaddy's mild and tasteless smokes. I'm going to show you the first one, spoiler alert, the Undercrown Shade. But then I have 8 total cigars, and the reason for this is a lot of guys who smoke medium or two, usually full-bodied guys, just won't even entertain the thought of smoking a Connecticut shade wrapped cigar. And what we try to do is introduce you to new stuff all the time here, and we introduce you to cigars we like, and I picked 8 Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapped. So the Ecuadorian shade, because Ecuadorian shade has a little more oomph to it, a little more bang than like a regular Connecticut shade, which usually is silkier, milder, and smoother. These have more oomph, and I've picked 8 cigars. I won't spoil anything. Come on, show Connecticut. I didn't say that. But these cigars are not mild by any means. Medium-bodied, most of them. Some of them are medium to full, and it's going to surprise you. I know one good friend said to me, we actually did one of our panel review videos on the Undercrown Shade, and we had people tell us, and my friend told me, I would never have smoked a Connecticut wrapped cigar, but after I saw your guys' review, I tried it, and now I buy boxes of it. So give my article a look. 8 top full-flavor Connecticut wrapped cigars. These are not your granddaddy's mild taste of smoke. Right now at cigaradvisor.com. I think we're wrapping it up, guys. Anybody got any last things to say? Any shameless plugs? What do we got?
A couple quick things that jump in here. I don't want to steal anybody's thunder real quick, but just a couple quick questions. Just threw another idea at Frederick Findley as far as a cigar he might like. Jonathan Castillo, what's a good website to customize your cigar box, like add pictures? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but Jonathan, if you want to shoot us a message after the show, you could do that too. And let's see. John Allen thinks you like civet coffee. That's the cat. That's the cat poop coffee.
That's right.
So
yeah, I've had that. As
Ryan's holding it up, you can see March 18th, 4 to 7 p.m. Drew Estate is here. Cocktail tasting, live music begins at 6:30. In-store only deals on Drew Estate cigars. Only happening March 18th here at Leaf Cigar Bar and Famous Smoke Shop. Only happening between the hours of 4 and 7. If you know Dave Lafferty from Drew Estate, man of the people, salt of the earth.
Yes.
Come hang with Dave. He'll
Smile.
guide you in the right direction.
13 feet tall.
Happy and peppy and bursting with love.
Exactly.
Dave Lafferty, Mound of Pagan Lust. We'll be here from Drew Estate with deals.
Nice.
That you can
Do you have a shameless plug for yourself?
No, I got nothing.
I got a gig coming up here for. Don't forget about St. Patrick's Day on Friday, because Leaf is going all out with our annual St. Patrick's Day bash. You'll get the Alec Bradley Filthy Hooligan,
Woo!
which is really fine. I'm going to be smoking it on Friday.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef and cabbage. What else does it say on there, Ryan?
Shepherd's pie. A homemade
Shepherd's pie. Oh, my favorite. And green beer.
And
Gotta have the
whiskeys,
green beer.
Irish whiskey.
Irish
Top
whiskey.
shelf.
Jameson. Whatever you want.
Tommy's going to be
Bailey's.
playing the bagpipes.
Well, we
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got a bagpipe guy coming in.
Bagpipe guy
Tommy's
coming.
on the bagpipes.
Bagpipe guy.
Yeah. Actually, he's an old bag with a pipe.
Yeah.
Oh!
What else we got? Tullamore, I think, they're pouring.
Yeah.
We got,
What are some of the other whiskeys I heard?
Guinness and Irish whiskey. We got
yakking
light
them out.
bagpipes. Yeah.
Hold on.
I think we covered it all. But be here Friday if you live in the area. You're gonna have a lot of fun. So get a good close up of that.
You may catch us.
Please adjust your phone.
Jameson, Tullamore, yeah.
What do you got as far as the special going? What do you got?
Yeah.
March 23rd, we have a dinner with Romeo. It's a romantic dinner. Nah, really, I don't know. But it's a good deal. We do these every now and then. It's about $30 for your prime rib, and you get 2 cigars and a drink. So you take a date. You know, bring your boyfriend from Manassas. Manassas. You know, it's a great deal. Seriously, you're going to get $30 for not only your steak, but for your drink and 2 cigars. And one of them is the Romeo 505. That's the brand new one, and that thing is awesome. We had those a couple weeks ago here. It's like a chocolate milkshake. So if you want to bring Tommy or bring a date, bring somebody along. Take him to. We're gonna have dinner with Romeo tonight. Tell him we're having dinner with Romeo.
Wow.
There you go.
There
Nice,
you go.
Nice ash, babe. I've got a few things going. I'll do a shameless plug first. A lot of you know John Allen has written here by Z-Man's book. I am working on a book for quite a while. Hope it comes out soon. It's a lot of work. It's called Honey, Does This Make Me Look Fat? Man's Survival Guide to Coexisting with Creatures of the Opposite Sex. So you can see Tommy Z-Man's book. Just go to zmansbook.com. Show them the cover of that book one more time if you don't mind. That's me looking all angry, eating a cigar. So that's Honey, Does This Make Me Look Fat? Man's Survival Guide to Coexisting with Creatures of the Opposite Sex.
I read it. At times I found myself laughing.
He's a liar. He didn't laugh. That was just gas. But basically, it's the world's first politically incorrect relationship book for men, and it'll be coming out. And if you don't laugh, you have no soul. So this is a great event that's happening here at Famous Smoke Shop in Easton, Pennsylvania. I can't say that word on the air because then people will say bad things about me. I'm lost. And there's a dog. Cute dog. And this is Tatuaje and L'Atelier. That's Pete Johnson's company. And I'm hearing, right? Pete is going to be here, guys?
That's
I don't know if that's true, but I think we heard that Pete's going to be here from 5 to 9 p.m. on March 29th. So Pete Johnson will be here with his tattoos and his badass look.
Pork tenderloins.
And pork tenderloins, whatever that means. All right, so that's it. That is John Pulo over there. Stick your head out and say goodnight to everyone.
Good night to everyone.
Gary Korb, say goodnight.
good night.
Good night, Gracie. Fred Lunt.
Good night, everybody.
And I'm Tommy Zeman. That's it. Another week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Share it with your friends. Even now, even though the show's over, you can still share it. They can watch the replay. If you came in late and you missed a lot of the show, go back and watch the replay from the beginning. That's it. Tommy Z-Man and the boys from cigaradvisor.com and famous-smoke.com signing off. We're going to see you next week, next Wednesday. Take care, guys.
Just got one question for you, Tommy.
What? A question.
What are those?
Ah, yeah, those are my faux timbers.